And we're live. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the 18th episode of the Roundtable Review. I think I have everything in there correctly. Nothing like last seconds to get everything set up, and hopefully it is working. But I'm excited for today's episode for multiple reasons. I had a lot of good submissions that we can review and a bunch of things that we can talk about. So I'm Dave from the Disc Golf Dyers Guild, and we have Brittany from Ugly Hand Dyes,
Hello, hello.
which, yeah, it feels like, well, kind of are part of the guild because part of the council. But yes, you help out a lot. And we're done with that awkward silence.
If you can hear us, let us know. Dave was a little bit late
Nah,
getting started here.
I think everything should be good. But if you see something or hear something not right, wave your arms in distress. All
Yes.
right. Um, Let me switch over so you can actually see what we're looking at, and we'll go over the submissions for the roundtable review. I'm gonna go first, and we'll see if we pick the same things. Um, the lovely planning that we had going on here. Usually, we have some show notes to figure out who we pick, but yeah, like I said, lots of good submissions here, and it was hard to pick actually. Two of them.
It was really hard to pick. I was
Uh,
struggling a bit.
So let me just take a gander. Okay.
Dave's taken first so that he he gets what he wants. See how it is.
So did you pick this one?
I had a feeling you would.
It's because of the dog. Uh,
And Sid, you just met him, right?
I haven't met him in person, but he
Mm.
is also another Wisconsin Dyer. So yeah, this was one that he posted. He said this was a fun commission. Took the paws and nose prints of a friend's late dog and dyed it into an MVP wave stencil. DA black, glue bed, then lotion paint. So I'm a dog person. So yeah, it's nice to have a memorial type disc, and yeah, I thought it was done well as well. Let's see if I can zoom in. Mm,
I love it.
yeah, one thing that now looking at it a little closer, I didn't notice like on the hex tiles that there there's like a little white outline, then you have the color.
Yeah. A nice little detail.
Yeah.
And a
Um,
lot of extra work.
yeah, very subtle, but it works. One critique that I have is some of the missing tiles in the hex. If I had to
Sure.
critique it, that would be that. You got that little sliver there, which is pretty impressive. Um, but yeah, it would have been nice to have them fully there, but still looks really good.
Yeah, I really like the color choice too. Purple and, like, lime green just always go together so well, and then you got the pink, which is really great for visibility.
Mm,
Um, it's just really nice, it's really sweet, it's simple and bold. I really like it.
yes. Again, the bright neon color.
I say simple, but it's not that simple, you
Yeah.
know?
And
But there's, like, not too much it's not too busy.
yeah. The other thing that I like is again the white outline around the black stencil, which helps separate it from the background.
Absolutely. It highlights the main focus here.
Mhm.
And we gotta give extra bonus points for the awesome picture. Creatively done.
Yes, I give bonus points for a creatively taken picture, which yes, awesome job, Sid.
Mhm.
The I had a toss up of the two of them, Did you pick any of these 2?
No, but I was also looking at one of them.
Okay, well, I might pick 3 then. Um,
Oh,
so Trolls, uh, I was looking at his, he said, "Looney Tunes dye in a lab second drift. Wipe the stamp with acetone, stencil done on a silhouette camo, hot tip for the black, lotion dye, one reused glue bed for the background, lotion dye for the rest, spin dye for the rim. Really had a lot of vinyl adhesive sticking to this when I wiped." Oops, go like this, you can see it a little bit better. Really had a lot of vinyl adhesive sticking to the disc where I wiped the stamp and ended up with blisters from my fingers from rubbing it off. Found out afterwards that if you run the disc under hot water before removing the vinyl, it comes right off. Anyways, pretty happy with the results. Um, yeah, I feel like recently a lot of dyers have been having issues with
yes.
the vinyl that we normally get, which is the Oracle 651 in any flavor of color or sheenness. Because I had a bad batch that had really bad residue. I know Brittany had another bad batch.
Yeah, right, like, I had to go and run it under hot water to pull it, which isn't the worst thing, but when you have a like, a lot of times I like to do it kinda layer by layer, so it's, like, running back and forth, and it's awful. I hate it.
Yeah. Um, the last disc that I had with the bad batch of vinyl took forever, and I I feel like I guess I never tried the hot water, but I feel like any heat makes it worse for me. But
Like, it was, like, breaking apart.
yeah, it just felt like there's more residue versus when I just had it at room temperature. But what I do is I use Goo Gone. So I basically liberally apply it. Then I wait like 2 to 5 minutes because I feel like then it has time to penetrate, especially on the really bad um, goopy parts. Then you don't have to scrub as hard. Um,
2 to 5 minutes and your dye isn't, like, bleeding out?
well, I guess I didn't say when I apply the Goo Gone after I dyed.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it was. I'm just trying to think. Basically, right after. So, for example, I did the DA black. Then I give it a good wash with isopropyl alcohol with a paper towel to get as much dye off as I can. Then I do the um, remove whatever vinyl that I want for color. Then I do the Goo Gone, and I think I had some, but it wasn't like horrible.
yeah, and that
Uh,
was on white,
yeah,
like, black and white.
yes, that was the Florida Man disc.
Yeah. So, I had this last batch I had was so bad that Goo Gone wasn't getting rid of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. To the point where, like, you would I was trying to scrub it and, like, the dye was, like, smearing before the vinyl was even coming off. It was crazy. So I had to
Hmm,
keep, like, switching out my paper towel so that there
hmm,
wasn't dye on it, and it was just, like, the worst batch
hmm.
of vinyl ever.
Yeah. Anyways, bad vinyl can suck, and it sounded like
Yeah.
he was having issues more so like where the stamp was. So
Yeah, it likes to stick there.
yeah. Um,
Mhm.
so it can make a fun project really frustrating. But
Yes.
you did a pretty dang good job. And what I love about this is the colors.
Yeah.
I feel like they're damn near accurate of what it would be in the cartoon. Like
Yeah.
the Roadrunner getting those 2 different blues, the orange and Daffy Stock. It's the color matching, like even in Wile E. Coyote, the browns. Very good job. Uh, yeah.
The background too is, like, very much like the intro,
Mhm.
which is great.
I see just maybe a few smidgen bleeds, but yeah, it's pretty damn impressive. I'm just looking at the background. That's a true artist's surface there. About the
Sure is.
all right. Fantastic job.
Yeah, that's a really nice disc.
And I'm gonna pick a third one, and I like this one. So Death Butt Disc
Mhm,
dies.
mhm.
He masks the outside with vinyl, glue masks the balloons, Floetrol bed, glue mask spin die for the outside. Side note, thank you very much for everybody that is putting all the information of how you did it. It's cool to understand how you did it, and I know it can help other people to get ideas of like how did you do something. But I just love the this looks this works really really well with this
So good.
stamp. Um,
Yeah.
Great color choice, and I like how you did the spin die to frame the stamp as well.
It really looks like they're, like, glowing in the northern lights. Like, I don't know, the lights are hitting them. It just looks so cool. This, like, great use of, like, this is how you keep a stamp right here.
Mhm.
Hashtag save the stamp, red.
Yeah, and was I can't remember, is that a two-tone stamp? Because I think it's a purple for the, like, outlines and, like, a goldish color?
Like, gold or yellow. It looks gold.
Or
Yeah, it is two-tone.
okay, but yeah.
I actually went and looked it up after I saw this disc. I
Mm,
went and looked at the stamp because I was like, "Did they do that or was that like that?" I
yeah, nice.
think it's like that. Such a cool use of the stamp, and it is a really cool, fun stamp, and it's really weird,
Yeah.
and honestly, like, I saw it without the dye, and I was like, "Oh, it looks cool," and then with the dye, it looks so much cooler.
So is that a Detour special edition? No? No.
Detour? It's a trail.
Oh, Trail, special edition disc. Can't remember what that looked like. Okay,
This is exactly what I did to go look at it.
nice. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do have one in stock. Oh, yeah, it says Trail on the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see that. Oh, wow, it's pretty blatant there. Alright. Great job, Death Putt disc dies. Alright, Brittany.
Really cool. Um, now I gotta remember. Just yeah, keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. See if I remember. Usually we have a nice little file right here. Princess Mononoke, that one. Fly dye
Ah,
discs.
alright, so he says he cut stencil and DA paint black lines, remove background vinyl, use wood glue to create cloud shapes, hit in dehydrator until dry. Nice. Glue bed, DA paint with characters and clouds, finish with the spin. Man, I feel like if you need to dye, you gotta level up your game.
You gotta do all of the techniques in one. And this is a really good example of using all of those techniques in one
Mm,
disc and making it work really well. Um, yeah, I really love that background with, like, the colors of everything, that blue, the red, the white that he left, but the clouds in this are incredible, and they look like they're closer to you than the
mm,
rest of the disc somehow.
yeah.
But the clouds are really cool. They turned out really good. Yeah, yeah. And then there's, like, little texture in the grass and just all the shading is beautiful and wonderful, and we love shading up in here. I really like how this came together.
Yeah, the clouds look so floofy. The shading on the actual clouds, and I think there's also some drop shadow underneath to make them pop out. It's very subtle, but I feel like on some of them there are.
Yeah, it looks like it. They look so good. I feel like someone watched, what's his name? Bob Ross to make these clouds because the shadows are in all the right places.
I,
And
yeah,
then like, his shadow in the grass too. Like, there's
mhm,
just a lot of play with light and shading, and it's really great.
yeah, I have trouble getting organic shapes, so, like, clouds, like, if I was gonna use a glue mask to do it, it would look too fabricated. I know
Yeah,
Gary from Happy Little Accidents,
yeah.
he uses glue and, cotton?
Cotton swab or
Yeah,
cotton ball.
yeah, to get clouds, uh, but yeah,
Yeah, I
um,
I really like the, like, little swirly bits, like,
mhm,
on the outside of the clouds.
yes.
Those look so nice.
How long can we talk about clouds?
They're so good, though.
Yeah.
I've attempted some clouds, and they've never been anywhere near this, so cheers to your clouds. Use the sponge for the grass.
Cheers.
Yeah, great clouds, great shading.
I guess if I did have to give one critique out of this amazing
Mhm,
piece, would
you
probably
gotta do it.
be, I don't know what disc this was on, but if you can get just a little bit more saturation on the colors, like the red mask, hat thingy. Potentially, I don't know what the source looked like, but,
I think it kinda goes with the, like, original
mm,
art to be a
okay,
little more muted.
gotcha. Okay,
But
then
you know me, I like to add drama, like, I woulda went full
yes.
full saturation for the drama, but I think it is more accurate.
'Kay, I got to enhance. I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but that earring has a clear glue bed.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, is it the glue bed? It must be the glue bed.
Yep. Horrible, unacceptable, throw it away.
I'll take it.
Fantastic job. Oh, Athena. Okay.
And
That's a
which
disc
is
craft.
Discraft,
Mm.
and they are muted, natural they're matte, they're like a very matte plastic, and
Yeah.
it does affect the saturation a
Mm.
lot. I'm working on one right now. An Athena, actually.
Looks like this artist, Mike Kovac, is in the chat. He said he used sponge.
Oh, it's
He,
vinyl.
yeah, he used sponge for the grass and forgot to take off the vinyl for the final picture. Well,
So it's not a
shit.
mistake, really, because once you pull that bad boy off, it's right where you want it to be.
Uh-huh. All right. Thanks for joining us.
I've
And
done that too.
I done that more than I care for. The last thing that I do is I like rub my hand and fingers over the disc to see if I
Mhm.
can feel any excess vinyl. Okay.
Vinyl or yeah, like the vinyl goo, the boogers. Keep going down, I think it's close to the bottom? I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, it is pretty close to the bottom. It is from Ethan, I think is the name on
Mm,
it right there. And Ethan is Chainstorm Dyes. That next one down there is Chainstorm Dyes. Everybody go give Chainstorm Dyes a follow because they mentioned that they just started their socials,
yes.
but
Uh,
it's the glue bed one. Yeah, we can go check it out first.
I was just looking at his profile. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
looking at this one's like clean.
Clean. There's a couple like that I really like.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, this is a really neat glue bed. The colors I guess he's calling it said, like, octopus
Mhm.
octopus style. Um, It looks really just fluid and swirly. The colors are fantastic. I just really like this dye. It's really nice. It's a nice glue bed. That glue bed, like, catches your attention.
This was on my list of ones that I was gonna pick, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
like, we see a lot of glue beds, so for a glue bed to be like,
mhm,
there's actually quite a few good glue beds in this month's roundtable. But
yeah,
yeah, I thought that was really cool, especially if I mean, he's been dying for a little while, it seems, but just started the socials, maybe a little bit newer. Really awesome dye. You could make these all day and I think have a place.
yeah. Feel like it's a very organic shape that I
Mhm.
struggle with. Mine's always very, like, beep bop boop bop.
Yeah. You think, "Oh, you just swirl it around." And it's
Mhm.
like, "No, there's more finesse to it than that." Will you go back to the description? Yeah, the color choices are excellent. He said, like, I braided one way. It said, "Braid 2 colors at a time, then reverse the direction until I reach the middle." I have no idea. It's a really good description that I'm struggling with, but it's working and keep doing it. Braid 2 colors at a time.
Magic, we'll just call it magic.
With magic,
Yeah.
obviously.
Um, it reminds me of, like, a very cool looking marble.
Yeah.
Uh The only thing that I could think of is, like, Men in Black with the little cat that had that little
Yeah,
galaxy.
the little
Yeah,
galaxy.
that's the first thing that came to mind.
No, as soon as you said that, like, this looked round to me,
Mhm,
like a marble. Even though I know it's a flat thing, it does have that.
yeah,
I think using the dark colors around the outside really helped.
mhm,
It really adds to it.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's just great disc. Great dye. No
Fantastic.
shading, but you can still drink.
Eh, alright. Did you have a 3rd pick?
Um, I don't know if that one was in there when I looked. Did you add that later? Um,
Last minute entry.
yeah,
I've never thought of putting that on a disc, but looks neat.
it's on a glitch.
Huh,
It's perfect.
yeah. Glitch on a glitch. Nice.
Great. Oh, yeah, it was the Dye Dude Detour. I'll talk about that. I like this a
Shading.
lot. That's great. I mean, he should have entered it next month. Well, I guess this is April. So, no, it's perfect. April 20th, it's a holiday. Some people celebrate it, some people don't. I love that he took the same pattern going down as the E.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Huh.
That worked really nicely. And then that little like, the way he did the rim, inside the rim
Mhm.
is really nice. It's, like, subtle, but adds so much to it. It's really clean. It's a fun design. Did he drop shadow the letters? I think he did.
He did.
Could have probably gone a little harder on that, but I know that's nerve-wracking,
Mhm.
so I understand why he didn't. That'd be my only critique because it does bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, um, the colorful gradient reminds me of, like, Windows 95 MS Paint, PowerPoint, or something like that, where you have that colorful,
Yeah.
word art. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what it looks like. No, I love it. It's so
Yeah,
good. Little shadow around the outside too. Yeah, that's fun.
very, very
I do
fun.
like when dyers include the name of the disc. Not like every time, but, like, I think that's a fun thing to play around with.
Mhm.
Takes some cleverness.
The other thing that I like that he did was the slight drop shadow from the rim, from the background.
Mhm.
Okay, to add a little bit more pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
No lotion was harmed in making that disc. Fantastic.
Go follow Dye Dude if you're not, and if you're not, that's silly. Alright, we will go through all of them. So
Alright, let's just go through all of them then. Jason Howard. You can read the description if you want, but
this one was high on my list too.
that's a lot of weeding.
That's a lot of weeding, and it's a really fun design, and the
Mm,
colors are really great, and the lack of color is really great.
yes. The uh, show of restraint.
Yes. You don't have to color it all.
Nice.
Beautiful blue. Yeah, this was really nice. It made it look easier. I feel like the way he colored it made it look easier than it was.
Mhm. Yeah. A lot of weeding, especially in that braid, because each little
Mhm,
piece.
mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is this a glow this is a glow disc. There's a glow picture too, I think, which is
yes.
why you have to show restraint. You know, when it's a glow disc, you can't color it all in, but I think he made really good choices on what he did
And
color in.
he said this is on a hex. Huh? Full eclipse hex.
I just watched Moana too, so it, like, I
Mm.
don't know, just made me happy. When I saw this, it kinda reminded me of, like, seafaring.
Nice. Side note, I did add the feature where you can add multiple images to a post now, so you don't have to reply to it, and the icon looks a little different. And hopefully, you should be able to see this upload icon because I know there were some issues where people weren't able to see this when they're doing their comment. So yeah, that should be there, and you should be able to upload more than one picture to a post now. So post those glow pictures. I see Dojo left a comment, but I do not see any images on
Yeah,
there.
I noticed that too, and I was like, "Maybe it's just me because 'cause I'm not tech savvy," but I couldn't find it.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
if you,
Dojo.
you go to his Instagram, I'm almost positive you can find.
I bet you can, and other cool stuff.
Yes. To be Merkel, mushroom skull on a lucid judge. First time using so many techniques. Started with the black stencil, then peeled into the spin die, continued with glue mask and spins, and added black and some other stuff and more stuff and everything.
Yeah. It's fun when you get to that level where you're like, "I'm gonna use different techniques on one disc."
best
Look
I
at
can
all
do.
that. Yeah,
Best I
that
can do
is a
is
lot.
$35.
Ugh. It only took hours. That's really cool. I think the Floetrol goes so good with this design. Just automatically brings you to that psychedelic space in your brain.
Yeah. Trying to think of it's very acid or toxic. I think toxic is the word I'm looking
Mhm.
for.
Yeah, it works really good for that too.
Mhm.
Good sh good shading. Is there shading? Or is that the picture? Yeah, the mushroom caps, is there, like,
I
two-tone purple?
I think it's somewhat translucent, and that's the disc stand.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Good colors, though.
yeah. Very
I
cool.
really like that rim.
Yeah, that is
It's like you just, like, crisscrossed, or do you think he dragged a toothpick?
magic.
Both.
I think it's
Both.
just magic.
There's definitely some toothpicking in there.
Yeah, it's a little bit
I
of
mean, it could be the cap too, the glue
yeah.
cap. It's a fun design, I like it a lot.
Yes, it's very
And it's
fitting.
you did a lot of different techniques, but, like, it works really good together.
I concur. Toxic. All right. Schmintini. This was a cool idea that was brought to a group chat. And yeah.
Pikachu!
And he did this by hand, right? Like he
He drew it.
yeah, took it, then he drew it. Yeah. Neat.
It's like a ball and a Pikachu, and it's very clever.
Mhm. I think I may have noticed a continuity error.
Of course you did.
This part should also stretch technically, right?
Oh,
Un
well,
unless there's 2 dots on a ball, but there's usually 1.
maybe that's where it connects.
Yeah,
It works in my brain. I don't know if that made any sense to you.
righto.
I think I like the circles though. It was a good choice. It was an artistic choice.
Yes. This looks like it's on a berg.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So that's I'm assuming why you did the splatter background, which
Yeah.
works with a bird because you can't get a
You
bird
gotta work with what you
bubble.
got.
Mhm.
And it makes sense for the size of the stencil he chose. Because whenever I do a stencil on a berg, I, like, put it on the inside, like, I'm not messing with these curves, mm-mm.
Yeah, nice. Love is and you can see some color theory going on with the colors crossing each other. So, yeah, very cool.
Think you just dropped it with a dropper?
That would be my assumption.
I think so too, because 'cause they're pretty consistent.
Mhm. Also very messy to do. Alright. Johnny Gillard from Unknown Dyes back again with another fun one. Took part in Dutch Hound Discs Art and Dyed contest. Spend my entry. Challenge was to use yellow disc. Funny soda bomb of Clash to make something beautiful. Being the owner of 2 Labradors, I'd be homage to the current and past furry friends of my life with the stained glass piece. Try to capture different color chocolate, black, yellow, silver as best as possible. Came out stunning. Yeah, I think it for a yellow disc, you don't
Yeah,
have much to work with, and I
and he
think
worked with all of it.
yeah,
Anything you can put on yellow, he did, and it's nice.
I like the little whisker dots.
Love the little whiskers. Putting a dog on a disc is just always a good idea. Who doesn't
Yes.
love a dog?
Uh, Cats, on the other hand,
They're fun, they're fun.
all animals are nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like it, and I think he said he won, so that's cool. Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really fun. When it was, like, zoomed out, it really just looked like shading on the dog.
Uh,
You really see it then.
I feel like I would have difficulty of picking where to put the colors.
Yep.
Nice job. Fantastic. I talked about you. Another fly dye discs. Cut stencil and weave black lines. DA paint. DA characters for debris. Spin edge. Glow and comments. This one has a lot of fine little details,
Yes, it does.
which,
Anything kinda anime or video game tends to do that.
yeah, which you were able to capture that. How you cut that, Final Cutter probably hates you, but congratulations.
You did it.
I want to see the glow pick.
There is a glow pick, and yeah, it's again, you gotta leave that blank space, and I think good choices were made to keep it really glowy.
Yeah, very cool. So many thin lines. Eesh,
Really thin lines.
yeah, some of the thinnest I've seen. Great job.
I wonder if he had a special needle tool, like the one I always talk about, 'cause that can get tricky.
Jason Howard. I really like this one as well. He played
Yeah,
with the color of the disc. That's shiny silver, real bit,
yeah,
yeah, simple but effective. Nice.
it's so fun. It's kinda that retro robot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Go,
Nice
go, go.
job.
Clean, centered,
I
all the
think
things.
didn't we review this one last time?
It was a different one if you read the
Oh,
comments, Dave.
I d
Somebody didn't so this is actually great because it was in a raffle, somebody
Mm,
really liked it, didn't win it, and then commissioned one, which
mm,
is a good example of why it's good to participate in things like raffles and getting your name out there in different ways because somebody might end up being like, "I want one."
yes. It's so good that you have to
So
make
good.
an
Yes, so we did basically review it, but it is
yeah,
slightly different. Really cool concept.
yeah, just go watch the last episode to review it, and I'll say everything the same again. Splatters, the texture, and the jellyfish, all that good happy stuff,
Watercolor effect,
the,
super fun.
composition of how you did the background bed. Yeah,
Yes.
there you. We got Mike Bosco. Love doing this fire and ice look. I've done a few times. Always seem to look really good. It's the last
Mhm.
one I did this weekend. Very cool. Cool texture on the top.
Is this Floetrol
I think it's clear glue.
or glue?
You say?
Really solid blue. I thought glue at first too.
Uh,
These always look really good flying through the air, kind of half and half, and, yeah, it looks like glue. Oh, there's,
Man,
like, some blue poking in through that bottom part.
it's
What
not
do you guys
often.
think, Floetrol or glue?
I was say it's not often you kind of
Lotion?
stump us. I guess I thought it was glue at first, but it
So did
seems
I.
geez, I don't know. Or is it a trick question?
Every
It's
time I decide, I change. So, let us
like
know what you think.
the top is like, yeah, that looks like glue, but then you get to the
Uh-huh.
bottom, then you got all those other mixtures in there. Huh.
Hey,
Well then,
those flames look pretty darn cool, though. Those little bits of yellow and orange at the bottom really make this disc.
yeah.
And it goes
Alright.
with that red stamp nicely.
Yes.
Can't get rid of it, work with it. Yeah,
Letterkenny.
Miller.
Can't go wrong with Letterkenny.
I think the plaid was, like, hand done.
Mm.
You think it was stenciled?
Uh, no, it's got some interesting texture on it, though. I feel
Yeah,
like that was done after
I
the
like it.
fact. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like that
I think it
tech
was just
mhm. But yeah, that texture in that one plaid, it's like, eh, eh,
I don't
well,
know if it was lotion or DA or what, or paintbrush or something else, but it's
I think
pretty
we're supposed to
nice. It
I think we're
definitely adds
supposed to
to it.
figure it out. Yes.
Was that a dad joke?
Being a dad, I am qualified to make dad jokes. Very cool. Neat background.
Mhm. I like that people are, like, coloring in the outlines.
Hmm,
She, like, colored one in and left one white. She did a
yeah.
double whammy on us.
How many outlines can you do?
How many outlines can you do?
Yeah.
What is offsets, right? The
Mhm.
offset. Very nice.
Very cool.
It was hand painted with what? How? Did you
You
use a
ca
paintbrush, lotion, DA,
fin
Q-tip?
fingers? Small little tiny
I'm
fingers.
picturing I don't know why, but I'm picturing, like, the tiniest roller in the world and just being like across, and it makes me want one.
Alright.
It's acetone. Lotion based on hand paint with PCAD and acetone for the flannel and banner.
Very cool. And
Excellent.
I was say risky with the acetone. Uh, Depending on what color you could pick leads, but very good. All right. Austin McKay. Uh, yeah. Caddy's favorite band is Fish, so I'm really glad I got to do this one for him. I dyed this for AJ on AJ. Get it? What I said. Our local Walmart had a stock of white chase, and I sagged a bunch for canvases. I used Floetrol for the logo face up with multiple colors, but they kind of blended into one green after they formed and spread under the saran wrap. It didn't pop like the way I wanted it to. Still got good contrast against the background. I'm happy that I can't read. I'm happy with that. I had to hand trim the logo for the second drop, which was annoying with the small bubbles.
Uh-huh.
Spin down the rim and some of the bottom to complete the design, but you gotta see that one on Facebook. Nice.
So that's a stamp, right?
No,
No,
that's a stencil.
it's a stencil. There's
So
a fish stamp out there, isn't there?
um
I was gonna be blown away if Walmart had fish J's.
no, I
Like, oh,
think it
they
was
really sold out.
I wanna say it was just a stock one, and yeah, if he
Yeah, I think you're right.
from my understanding is he did the bed, which is this,
Floetrol.
which is the greenish, yellowish,
Mhm,
bluish, and it's like, yeah, it didn't work out. Then he did the masking and did the other last background bed.
mhm.
Very trippy.
That first bed where the fish is looks like an oil slick or something.
Mhm.
Very cool. I like the
There.
bubbles.
Yes. Very, very cool. Great job, Austin. Another Jason Howard. Did 4 of these bottom sand buzzes as first place trophies for our local winter putting league, blue bed background, and WPL, DA, and acetone for everything else. Wicked.
I like this one a lot. Feels like home.
I'm digging the color, bold color choices on the tree. I don't know if that's the
Mhm,
dramatic color choices on the trees. Something I would have never
mhm.
done.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels like it has snow on it, like
Yeah.
the trees have snow on them
It
with
feels
that, like,
cold.
grayish
I'm
blue
getting
color in
cold.
there.
I'm shivering.
Mhm. That's 'cause we got snow today, guys. Anybody else get snow today? Did you get snow, Dave?
I think I saw
We did.
some flurries, but that's the Midwest for you.
Mhm.
Fantastic job,
Basket
Jason.
is clean. Yeah, that's really nice.
All right.
This is in the comments.
Yes, we got him squared away. So he did some logos for a club. Worth renting. Somebody use the sealer was new. And he did hot foiling on this as well, which I feel like is another relatively new technique that people are exploring.
It's
Um,
so hot right now.
it's so hot.
I can make dad jokes too.
That's great. Very
That's a really fun logo.
nice choice of foil. uh,
Like a copper penny.
yeah. The I just dabbed my toes into hot foiling, and it's a lot more harder than I thought it would be, especially for large areas.
Okay.
You're doing like little tiny lines, it's somewhat easy, but it's hard to do the large areas and kind of get consistent heat to make sure you have the large swaths of foil to stick.
Okay.
but
I've never done it.
hmm,
I have no idea.
uh-huh. I like the texture in the red as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got texture, like, with the stamp, the hot
Mhm.
stamp, and then it matches in the dye, which is really awesome, and it has that kinda older vintage feel to it.
So,
Went over it 4 times.
I was gonna say
So
that would be my play is to do something that plays with the, weathered vintage rustic look. Since hot foiling, it's hard to get consistent foil, why not do something like that?
yeah, use it to your advantage. Make it look purposeful, which it does in that dye.
Alright, got another one on a Mako 3. Started with the glue mask off of the factory stamp, pushing a couple thick lines out, then dropped to black, backdrop spin, faded that into beyond the white, just freestyling. These lines are not symmetrical perfect, but it worked. And I went back to the bubble. I read that as something else. Technique, I stumbled upon the colors and made it work so well. I dyed blue with Procam Sky Blue. Yep.
I really like this dye. This was one of my top picks too. Again, another really good use of keeping the stamp.
Yeah, it it looks really cool. I feel it looks like really cool zoomed out. Not saying that it looks bad zoomed in, but I feel like you get the effect more when it's zoomed out. Like you have
The
more,
full
yeah, the more dimension to it.
it almost like, yeah, it kinda looks like water with bubbles in it on the outside, but it
Mm,
also kinda looks like there's, like, dew collected on it, like dewdrops,
mm.
which is also really cool around that outside.
The gray part
And you
reminds
got kind of like
I was gonna say the gray part reminds me kind of like of a ship porthole where you're kind of looking through
yeah,
the window.
yeah, and then you're like, "Oh shit, there's a
Mm.
shark out there. Don't go in the water, guys."
Nice.
Yeah, this is a really great use of the stamp.
Hmm.
It really does capture that oceanic vibe.
Yeah, I'm really digging this.
Yeah, it's a really cool dye. The dots on the outside are just icing on the cake.
Yeah, and doesn't look like the stamp was damaged.
Stamp looks great, and it was a really good choice to mask that.
Hmm. Nice, awesome
Really
job.
fun dye.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fantastic. All right, talked about him. Talked about him. Change die. Quickly go over that. It's the glue pick. That's a normal picture.
No.
What I like about this is it looks the Apollo, which is the Apollo spacecraft, and the bottom red is to me like the flames from the um, engines, and the blue from the sky. So it is launching into the atmosphere.
Yeah, like he used the
Mhm.
rocket there and put that in the design. That's really cool.
Yes, and the glow pick,
I
very
thought
cool.
of, like, Mars
Yeah,
as, like, the bottom part.
nice and fire. Nice, very cool, very cool. Sid, simple,
Another really
clickable.
sick glue bed.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a good showing of glue beds today. Happy about it.
I like how the swirl seems to get tighter as it goes towards the center.
Yeah, that really adds a lot, and it's, like, kind of mostly in the blue, which just adds, like, a kind of 3D it's, like, 2 in 1.
I'm just trying to how I would do that is I would do my two colors, then twist the pan to get the initial swirl, then take some kind of skewer or toothpick and kind of do the final inner swirl to get
Mhm.
the really fine wispies.
Yeah, that'd be my guess too, and it was really a good choice.
Yeah, very cool.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that inner swirl added a lot to that.
And last but not least, within the time frame that I refresh this page, the glitch.
The glitch on the glitch. Reminds me of my childhood. Some of you youngins won't understand this.
All I hear is
You
beep.
can hear this disc.
Mhm.
It's time for bed.
Fantastic. Boy, we had a lot of good submissions this month. Yeah, that was definitely hard to pick. So yeah, again, the comments should be a little bit easier and hopefully shouldn't have any issues with uploading stuff. And you should be able to upload multiple photos. The other thing is if you are looking at posts, if there is something that you like, you can give it a little thumbs up because maybe in future episodes we can do the viewer's choice and
Yeah.
I can sort it by most voted.
That'd be so cool. You guys interact. Also,
Abs-
you can make comments because you might think of things that we didn't
mhm.
say or think of. So,
Yeah. So very, very cool. And
round of applause.
yeah, I'll get the next one up hopefully relatively soon, and you'll see posts about that. So that is that. Next, we're going to take a look at the March Dye-a-Thon, which we had again some more great submissions. The theme for this month is Spring into Dyeing. You can take a look at our take um, on this theme. I was going to grab the disc, but it's a little farther away. So
Oh, yours turned out so good, Dave.
thanks.
If you guys didn't join for Dave's Dye-a-Thon, you
now,
missed out.
now I got to grab it.
Yeah. So we both don't have a lot of experience with Floetrol, and he's like, "I'm gonna do Floetrol," and I'm trying to help him, but I don't know anything, and the chat was in it. It was really good. Yes. Yes.
So just look at that shading. Look at it. Just look at
Would you
it.
look at that?
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Turned out basically how I had it in my head with the texture of the pedals. So I was happy.
Excellent.
But so definitely go check that out. But enough about me, more about you guys. So this isn't a contest, but if you do submit, you get your chance to get entered to win a prize. This prize is a $15 coupon to the Dyers Guild shop. But let's take a look at what we got. First submission was from Danielle Shackelford. Uh,
Hanley?
Danley. And this is very, I would say, elegant.
Yes.
Um, Delicate. That was the word I was trying to,
Oh,
elegant and delicate.
it's both. It's
Yes.
both of those words.
And that stupid X for the Innova stuff. Good job on covering that up.
Just gotta roll with it. This really looks I know we use stencils, but this actually looks like someone took a stencil, like,
Mm,
and
yeah.
painted it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
And a stencil without black lines, you don't see a whole lot, but it
Yeah.
really, really is nice with this.
I think that's what makes it look like a stencil that was
Mm,
painted because there's no lines to it.
yeah.
Dinner plate quality says throwing dimes. I
Yes.
like it. Throwing dimes. Got it.
Nice. Love it. Hang that up at my grandma's house.
Mhm.
Cat Miller, Japanese tea garden inspired dye on a streamlined drift. I call this the Tokyo drift. I added some hot stamp foil to some areas, which was new for me. As a labor of love, man. You got to
It's
keep
so
up
hot
on
right now.
you got to keep up on all this stuff, man. But this awesome.
Yeah.
Also, kudos on the actual picture and making it nice and moist to add to the effect.
The dewdrops really make it springy. The color choice was perfect. I love that, like, teal blue. Actually, I wanna know what color that was if you're in there. If you're in here, Kat, what's that teal blue color?
I was gonna ask Brittany,
But yeah, teal
what
and red
color
and
do you think
white.
that is?
'Cause you kinda got I think it's lotion. So, I'm guessing I'd be guessing. Could be
Mm,
aquatic green, could be teal, could be turquoise. I don't know. Someone
uh,
else is guessing turquoise.
what is her yeah,
Manic Crafts with a K.
if she has more that real.
If you're not following Manic Crafts, do it now. She as you can tell from the naming of her discs, she's
Mhm.
very funny and clever and just fun.
She said, "Custom blue I mix together." Well,
Mm. See?
great.
That's why I couldn't name it. Well, can you send me the recipe? You can find me
Caribbean
at uglyhanddyes.com.
Caribbean aqua and sky blue lotion. Hmm,
Okay. We were just talking about how we need a color like that.
yeah.
Caribbean
Hmm.
aqua. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture of that
Uh, alright.
because I want that color.
Yes, that is,
Really cool dye.
again, great color choices because they are the opposite colors. So, great job. Love it.
Complimentary?
Yeah, colors.
Love.
Alright, we got Samantha Goheen, stencil dye on Axiom Crave. It was super fun to make. Thank you for the prompts. You're absolutely welcome. I like this. I like the background.
Yeah, this is really fun. Kinda got a vintage vibe.
I was gonna say it's kinda got like a vintage 70 vibe.
Mhm. Which I'm here for.
Very cool. Very
Nice and bold and colorful, and it definitely feels like spring.
yeah. They
I love
bold,
flowers.
clean.
Mhm.
Nice.
Good color choice. Kinda has, like, a nice palette to it.
Mhm.
Not just every flower is a different color. It's like there's it was planned. It was planned nicely.
Chrome dyes. I can't remember you sent me something or not. But
Well, we need to see more of that foil.
yes. Move on. Dan Shackelford. Here's another springy one that I did. I didn't intend for this month's Dye-a-Thon, but certainly fits. Here's
Yep.
a couple of runs, but happy with the overall results. Wow, that's a lot of lines.
This is really cool, and leaving the rest white was perfect because it's really not colors that you usually want in a
Mm,
disc, a lot of greens and browns, but
mhm.
leaving that white, it works so well. Looks like an
Yeah,
old print.
very. Yeah, no, that's like yeah, that works. Nice. Very cool.
Love it. Can't go wrong with mushrooms.
You got Melissa
And I
Shu.
wouldn't have thought of mushrooms for spring, which is so obvious, but
Yeah.
I think my brain also went to flowers.
Hmm. Melissa Shun, Pansy on a Passion. That's like a tongue twister. Gave myself extra challenge of only using, with the exception of black, colors named after flowers: Irish pansy,
Oh,
lavender, and dandelion.
I
That
love that so much, Melissa. That's I love that. That's heartwarming.
I might have to steal that for next year's diet. Oh,
With props to you.
yeah,
A shout out to you. That's a really great idea. I love that, and they work really well together.
yeah.
The dandelion really is nice in there because it's, like, a lot of purples, and it's, like, pops of yellow.
Also, nice picture on the green grass, which I don't know where you found green grass.
Maybe you're not in Wisconsin.
Yes. I thought for a second that was some poop, but I'm assuming that's just some leaves.
That's
Mm,
really beautiful. Really, like, thinking outside the box there on that one.
yeah,
Kudos.
very clean as well. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice job, Melissa. Jason Howard.
Does Melissa have a dye name?
Yes, that's something Melissa. She which we'll be talking to her, not to her, but about her in a second, actually.
Okay.
I'm just going to pull her up. But yeah, This Dies by Melissa.
Okay.
Right. Jason Howard. I like turtles.
Yay!
I guess I should read the description first. Messing around with clear Messing around with clear acetone and goof off to add texture and highlight after the fact. I also found out goof off can make color saturation darker if you use it before adding color. Tried to get a gradient background, but had erased some of the minor mistakes with goof off and couldn't get a solid color. Sponged it with a paper towel instead. Also found goof off can make color saturation darker if you use it
I'm
before
guessing
adding color.
I'm guessing it's because 'cause you're I don't wanna say damaging, but you're, like, kinda same thing with, like, acetone. I feel like you're kinda opening up those pores a little bit by adding a little by getting rid of a layer. I
Uh,
don't know a better way to say it.
yeah, it is. I've been doing a whole lot of research on this or dyeing in general, but yes, acetone is another way to
Like, it's
uh,
corrosive.
make it more darker. Yes,
Yes.
magic.
I love the texture.
I
I
love the
love the texture it added.
I love the frog spots. Those are awesome.
See, I like the turtle. They're both great, but
Mm.
funny. It's a fun color too for that turtle.
It's
Very, like,
very
golden.
it's also very child bookish. That
Mhm.
that illustration vibe,
Yeah. It kinda gives it, like, this wholesome feel.
and I do like this very subtle texture of the background too. That's awesome. Also, very very thin stencil lines on the words. Nice.
I think that adds to that, like, child book
Mhm.
feel too.
Fantastic job,
Going nowhere
Jason.
fast. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, Cat Miller. This disc gave me hell, but there's flowers in it, so spring. This is on an ESP plastic, and the stencil immediately faded to a dull navy. I used Onyx mixed with detergent. This was one of those dyes that you have to pivot over and over again, then crawl to the finish line.
It was all worth it because look how gorgeous it is.
Yes.
I love it. Good colors. I'm
Uh,
actually working on a geisha right now too.
nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I
And
like
it
the
was, like, such a good choice to shade with, like, that grayish tone with that really pale face.
mhm. I was it's very
Beautiful.
dramatic shading. I like it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just keep it in the freezer for the rest of your life.
I
Mm.
don't know how she washed that with that white, the red and the white. It's a danger game. Yeah,
Nice.
very cool.
And we got some from Brittany. We'll just skip over. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, no, no. I love this one. I know I mentioned it too, but I like the gradation on the windows because it
Thank you.
reminds me of like sunset or something, just chilling.
Yeah, yeah. I was, like, playing around with the pastel palette because a
Mm.
lot of times my pastels kinda sit around and I use them for, like, highlights here and there. But I was like, "I'm just gonna try to use all the things that I don't use that much because they are kinda lighter toned." Hmm. The purple kinda got darker than pastel, but
Well,
kinda nice.
I like it. Shading on the bus, the shading on the purple raccoons, the shading on the grass, the shading on the shading. Great shading.
Thank Thank you, Dave. It was fun. It was fun to do something different.
I ooh, 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 ooh. So I'm looking at the edge. the temptation to just go all the way to the edge with color, but you left a little white.
I did leave some white. That was also kind of because I like to get experimental with these Dye-a-Thons and do
Mm,
things I don't always do.
mhm.
So, I was just playing around with being dramatic, I guess.
No, I really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun it was really hard for me not to keep going or add some here and there, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it and do something different. Challenge myself to not fall into my same patterns, you know?
Yes.
The rainbow is interesting because it's not the proper amount of colors. So,
That's artistic interpretation.
I made
Uh,
it work.
this was
This is
a
cool.
last minute submission from Luma Discs. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a great photo right there.
That photo,
Oof, wow.
yes.
Wow. I think that's probably one of the best stained glass photos that I've seen, actually.
I agree. I agree.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Huh, that's awesome.
It's a beautiful dye and a really cool photo and great color choice.
Yeah.
The sky looks so textured and wonderful. And it really captures because, like, with stained glass, I think capturing different textures is really important because that's what makes stained glass so cool is when you get those cool glasses with the swirls or bubbles or whatever.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Yeah, really creative. Oh, and is it Lumina discs?
Yeah.
Very clever.
Go give them a follow because they have also some great work as well. I feel like we reviewed them before. Oh, nice. Appalachian. Hmm, very cool. And I love your settings for your photos. Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. Now we are going to pick the winner for this. The Wheel of Names. Now I gotta open up my names. Please hold. Do, 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 do. Right. We had a healthy amount of submissions this month, more than one. So that's great.
I mean, one is great for the person who submitted.
Yes. So, going to click the spin, and the person that wins will get a $15 coupon to the Dyers Guild. And it is to my desks. Nice.
Nice. Way to go, Lumina.
Yes.
Well deserved with that cool picture.
Uh, I will hopefully reach out to you. If I don't, please reach me. um, so yeah. Uh I guess I'll talk about the upcycle disc challenge for the next Dye-a-Thon. So this Dye-a-Thon is actually it is a contest, and I am super excited about this because I have not seen anything like this done before, and there's already two submissions, which I was like,
Really?
what? Yeah, no. We'll check those out in a bit. But the concept of this is April 22nd is Earth Day. So it's kind of celebrating Earth Day and sustainability of finding new uses for discs that are more than just dye. So turning trash into treasure and winning epic prizes. So repurposing stuff into something functional like wall clock, a trophy, a piece of art, a planter, conversation piece, whatever it is, make it useful, beautiful, and inspiring. So you can definitely check out this landing page to get a little bit more information on it. But how you enter is yeah, find a used disc. You can grab one that you own or go to your local shop to pick one up, dye it in some shape, form, or way. Then You make it functional. Um, so whatever your interpretation of that is, I'm very, very excited to see what people come up with. Um, I still got to think of what I'm going to do for the uh, Dye-a-Thon live. So I have an idea. I think it's lame, but it's still something.
I bet it's
Then,
lame.
yeah. Then to enter, all you have to do is post it on Instagram using the hashtag Dyers Guild Earth Day 2025 to officially enter. Um, and I would recommend entering a photo rather than a video just because of the voting thing may not import it properly, but you can still try. If you have any issues with it not showing up, just let me know. But what you could win, rare ice canyon discs. So these are not released to the public. I'm waiting to hear back from Trash Panda to get some more background information on these, but this ice color you can't find anywhere. So you have the chance to win those. Uh, the Infinite Disc Die Pack, the Pharaoh and Roman. So 12 discs total. You get to win some
Ooh,
discs in a box from Terry Miller from the Disc Golf Guy. So I know you
best
guys,
boxes out there.
yes, if you ship stuff out, highly recommend getting these boxes basically two in one. So you can fold it in different forms to get different sizes. So that is very nice. You'll get some Dyers Guild goodies as well, and additional prizes to be added throughout of April. Again, huge thanks to all the sponsors, Trash Panda, Terry Miller, and Infinite Discs. And yeah, the
Super fun. I can't wait to see what people come up with.
mhm. And what I like about this is I feel like I'm an inventor by heart, and I always try to find solutions for things. And I'm very curious to see what you guys come up with because you could find something that you could sell and actually make money off of. So
True.
you never know what you might come up with, and that could be another way to supplement your dye income. So, how do you vote? Well, there's a special link that you go to, which you can find on this page, and this takes us to a page that basically scrapes all the posts that have that hashtag in there. And like I said, we have two already. The first one, you have to go to their posts. So if you go to their Instagram, you can actually see a little bit more of what it is. But what this is, it's a nightlight. Uh,
What? They cut it?
yeah. So if I can
That's so cool.
go to their thing. So this is Austin McKay. We reviewed one of his discs, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
he dyed it into the
That's
skull.
so cool.
Then he cut it out. Then he did that, which I'm like, what? And
Yeah,
yeah,
crafty.
I was not expecting this, and that was awesome. So wow.
What's 2266?
Yes, Minion to do two six. And in the voting, I it doesn't automatically pull in the username, so I will be putting the username uh in there so you can go there. But you can vote for which ones you like, and if you submit earlier, the more chances you get to vote because you can vote once per day. So yeah. Um, then this one from Discs Dies by Melissa. And I will. That's why we're going to talk about her, and I was
I
going to
love it.
pull her up because she did a video of her process. So she went to the found a used disc at the local shop, wiped the stamp, did a dye. She is also a gardener, so she basically made a gardening sign out of a disc. So she dyed it. Then she actually drilled some holes in the disc to hang it up. But yeah, oh, reusing a jello mold for the planter bowl because she's going to put some plants around there.
I love it so much.
That's a clever idea for that. Then you stick a pole through the center of the Jello mold. Uh, yeah.
You guys are so crafty. Who knew artists were so artistic and creative?
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Again,
I like gardening too.
I'm really excited to see what people come up with.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah. Again, submit your entries through Instagram with that hashtag. You can also view the hashtag. I know Instagram is kind of weird and it doesn't show all the things with that hashtag, so don't trust that. Trust here more so. And if you do enter and you're not seeing your thing on there, just let me know. But the challenge is open. The last day to enter to vote is April 30th, and the winners will be announced on the Roundtable review May 6th. So we'll have winners by vote, as well as the judges will pick a judge winner. So you don't have to
Yeah,
have,
so don't let it discourage you if you're like, "Oh, there's only a few days left," because you could get the vote from us. So,
yes. So lots of fun, and also have some tips for eco-friendly disc dyeing. So definitely go check that out. Again, I am super excited about this because
Dave
it's
is so excited, you guys. He's been working on this for a while and, working hard for it, so
about a week, really hard for a week.
no.
um, yeah, and I'm excited that we have some awesome prizes as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The last thing that I want to talk about is membership. Mainly the Dyer's Delight mystery box. Last month, I think we had 8 people. Like that was really cool. And I have some good stuff coming up for the next coming months. Um, so membership in general, you can take a look at to see what you get. We have a bunch of different levels. You can get percentage off the stores. You get some bonus items when you sign up. But this ace level here, you get a um, monthly Dyers Delight box. So you get at least 2 white dyeable discs plus a little goodie. And like I said, the month for April, we're going to have some good discs. We're going to have a really nice premium disc, and I'll be doing a post about that and some other things that have not been released to the public yet. So, you
Sign
want
up.
you want white dyeable discs delivered to your door every month. Check that out.
It's a dyer's dream, really.
Yes. Um, and speaking of members, one of the benefits is each month you get entered into a random drawing. And this month we'll also be getting a $15 coupon. So let me dial those names up. I think we're up to almost 40 members now. So that's pretty cool.
Thank you so much, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah. And every little bit helps support the Dyers Guild to run it, to do cool things. I have a lot of cool videos that I want to do to be entertaining and educational. But let's pick this month's winner. And it is it's Roxy. Nice.
Heck yeah, Roxy.
Congratulations. I'll be reaching out to you unless you're already watching. So, all right. That is all I have for this month's roundtable review. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for submitting. And I'm super excited for the next Dye-a-Thon for the that challenge. So definitely looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Any last words, Brittany?
Thanks, everybody.
All
It's
right.
been fun.
Till next time, find your line, craft your piece.